everyone. So I have three things that I want to share today. First is a gemstone that is new to the world of gemology. Even the Gemstone Therapy, even the Gemological Institute of America, although they could identify it, they were unfamiliar with it and couldn't give us much information about it at all. I was so drawn to this gemstone. Its purpose is to help clear the accumulation of excess energy from the nerves, energy that they just can't process fast enough. So this energy becomes like a residue of just too much information riding upon the nerves, and it overwhelms them. And as a result, a person can feel jumpy and anxious and nervous, or just extra sensitive to what's going on in their environment. So I think this gemstone is going to be a really huge help to people who fall in that category, myself included. Well, the gemstone is purple, and it's a mixture of sugilite or sugilite, to say that word correctly, and fluorite, and it's called simply sugilite fluorite, and we pair it with the symbiotic gemstone blue sapphire. So the second thing I want to share, I have received a few questions about polarity over the past few weeks, and polarity imbalances is really a broad topic. So I'm going to address it in a series of videos, and today will be the first one. I'm going to be covering what is polarity, why it reverses, how to correct it, and so forth. Polarity imbalances do appear in both diamond and gemstone therapy sessions, as well as sessions given by other energetic modalities. My level 2 students learn how to correct them, and these videos that I'm going to be doing in this series should help expand their knowledge. So first, we should cover what gives polarity to cells, organs, and the body as a whole. And in a word, what gives you polarity? It's your life itself. Life makes polarity happen. Your life essence forms a magnetic field that surrounds you, okay? All living things, people, animals, when healthy, they have a very strong, well-defined magnetic field. And as they lose their vitality, the magnetic field can wane, it gets weaker, or it can develop holes, or it can develop reversals. Interestingly, when we find holes over areas that haven't yet produced symptoms, this is really interesting because the theory is that by strengthening the magnetic field over those areas, we can provide enough of the body's own healing energy and also the gem energy that we work with to do that, so that symptoms may never manifest at all. To remain vital, life energy must constantly move. This is why maintaining the flows of life energy in the body is so important. And this was the truth behind the ancient Chinese who tapped into their whole study of acupuncture. And when they identified the acupuncture meridians, they knew about these flows and how important they were to keep them open. And they left us with a really wonderful legacy of the identity of those points and their meridians. And there are also other types of flows too in the body that aren't as specific. And yes, gemstones can work with the acupuncture points, and they can also work with these general flows. And for the layperson, that's really the best way to go. Less to learn. You just work with the gems and enjoy the life-giving energy that they provide and the flows that they can restore. The movement of this life-giving energy through our physical body, it maintains our life, and it also maintains our magnetic field. So the magnetic field surrounds our body, and some call it the aura, some call it the energy field, but whatever it's called, it's all the same. For this purpose, I'll call it the magnetic field. Some people can palpate that field. And by the way, that is a skill taught in Gemstone Therapy 1. Well, anyway, Our magnetic field also fractally surrounds every cell, organ, and system, every level of manifestation. So these include the atomic, molecular, cellular, organ, system levels, plus the physical, emotional, causal, mental, and intuitive bodies. Those are the levels of manifestation, and any of those can have a polarity imbalance. Diamond and gemstone therapy students learn to test and correct polarity imbalances at each of these levels. Anyway, next week, next week we'll take a closer look at how and why polarity imbalances occur. I just didn't want to give you too much all at once. The third thing I wanted to share is rather personal in that it's a lesson that I learned in a dream. And it's about how any open-hearted person can use to protect themselves. So in the dream, I was walking along these gardens, the gardens that surrounded a temple, when I found a group of spiritual masters having a meeting. Now, these are very gracious beings. So instead of telling me to go away, one of them sent this really strange and beautiful object sort of flying over my head. And of course, it got my attention, and so I started following it. So I followed this creature into the woods, and it wasn't a bird. It wasn't an insect. It was something very odd. It looked more like a jellyfish, and its tentacles, at the end of the tentacles were these little balls of light, and it was so beautiful. And I'm just looking at its beauty and the light, and my heart just burst open, at which point this thing kind of unfolded itself or turned around, showed me an ugly side, and threw a dart at me. Well, instantly my spiritual guide appeared and caught the dart before it hit my heart. And the master told me, you must be careful not to open your heart to beauty any more than you would open your heart to something hideous. Well, I had a really hard time making sense of that. In my dream, I am struggling with this because I regard myself as an open-hearted person. And wasn't the purpose of beauty to open one's heart? And isn't the open-hearted being, isn't that supposed to be a desirable way to be? So it was a real struggle for me. So finally, I just let go of the struggle. I'm still in this dream, and I just asked for clarification. And the guide explained that, yes, beauty can teach you to open your heart, but once you know how, it can be dangerous to keep your heart open because this is a world of dual forces. If you leave your heart open, you're susceptible to getting hurt or taking on unwanted energy. And so the bottom line was that the only reason to open your heart is the presence of love. So I woke up from this dream, and it was an astounding experience for me. And I hope that by sharing it, it might be helpful for you too. So anyway, that's all for now. And once again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone that you love. Feel welcome to subscribe to my channel for more. I'm Isabelle Morton, the founder of the Gemstone Therapy Institute, and I wish you all the best on your journey to greater health. Okay, bye-bye for now. See you next week with another installment of my series on polarity in the body. Okay, bye.